first morning of half marathon training. A little tired right now.
I am munching on some
Overnight oats, which have been becoming one of my favorites. Run is really easy to make in the morning. I'm so excited to run this half marathon. Ever since I ran my 50K, I've had the itch to get back into the race world. And since it's the first day of training, you're always kind of hyped up. But my training plan for this half marathon has been broken down into 4 different parts, which consists of nutrition. We got training that includes like long runs, tempo runs, easy runs. There's progressive overloading, so I can continue to grow and hit that sub 130 half marathon goal. And recovery, because as we all know, you cannot get faster if you don't let your body recover and grow. So let's get this fuel in my system and get ready for our first run of sub 130 half marathon prep. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little chilly out here. I think it's about like 45 degrees, and this marathon prep is actually over the winter, so I'm a little bit nervous about how it's going to go. I might be having to do like long runs, which get up to, I'm pretty sure 18 miles on the treadmill, which would suck so bad. The run I'm about to go on is a 8-mile long run. I know it's kind of weird that I'm starting my training on a long run day, but it just worked out with my schedule and filming and stuff like that. But my running consists of 3 main runs, which is tempo runs, which increase my speed. There's different forms of tempo. Some days I might be doing sprints or just runs held at a higher pace. I got easy runs, just super slow runs to build my aerobic base, and I got long runs so I can build my distance and be able to run faster for longer for this sub 130 half marathon, which is a hefty goal, which means I have to run like, I think it's 650 something pace per mile. So it's going to be pretty difficult if I do say so myself. About halfway done with my run right now. 4 miles into this 8-mile long run. And my whole entire goal of this training isn't really to run longer, because I already have the distance in my running. I'm coming off a 50K, which is 33 miles. But my problem is that I'm slow. I cannot run fast at all. And my training heavily focuses on gaining speed, because I don't have the speed, and not necessarily so much the distance, because I already have the distance. Even though I will still be doing long runs longer than my half marathon, that's not the part that scares me. Got about 1.5 miles left, and I have a really bad habit of running too slow in the beginning, and at the end of my runs I have to catch up to hit my goal pace. So right now I'm running a little bit too fast, so that's a skill I got to work on. It's just running an even run the whole time. Yes, sir. 8 miles Dunnington. Let's get it. First workout of half marathon prep went really well. I really love morning runs. It is absolutely beautiful out there. The lake was freaking beautiful, and I ran it in a good pace, about 9:15 minutes per mile. 8-mile long run early in the prep, so I'm not running too long and I'm not running too fast. And that was a perfect first workout of this prep. It went really well. I'm really happy. And you might be thinking, like, 9:15 minutes per mile, that's really slow compared to the 6:50 minute per mile I have to run for a half marathon under an hour and a half. And yeah, it is. That's the whole reason why I'm signed up for this, is because I genuinely don't actually know if I can do this. I do have 6 months to train for it, and I think there's a good chance I can. But I'm not 100% sure. I've never been able to run that fast for that long ever in my whole entire life. And the whole goal is to inspire you to do things that you don't know you can do. So get up and figure it out and try something new, because that's what I'm doing. I hope you can too. Hey, so do you think you could just be quiet for a second so I can film this? Come here. Go ahead. Sit. Stay. For marathon prep nutrition, there is one big idea you want to focus on, and that is carbohydrate intake. And I love eating carbs around my meals, specifically oatmeal and honey. I have 2 things of honey. One's almost done, one's full. And just a little bit of peanut butter for flavor. But the carbohydrate intake around meals is so incredibly important because carbs are literally energy. They're what fill your muscles with glycogen, I'm pretty sure, which from my understanding of running, that is energy. And if you top off your muscles with glycogen, you can run faster for longer, which makes you train harder, which then gets you closer to your goals. So carbs are such an important factor when it comes to running. Oh, look at this fat glob of peanut butter right here.
Loving you makes the stars shine brighter. One step closer to the halo.
My personal macro split for marathon training is very carb heavy because I really want this energy. I eat about 500 grams of carbs a day. That's the carb goal. I still want about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight because I'm going to be lifting weights during this and I want to put on some muscle mass in the process if I can. If not, it's fine. It's not a main priority. But about 150 to 170 grams of protein a day. And then I just fill in the rest with fat to hit my 3,300 daily calorie goal, which is a lot of calories, but I need it because I'm going to be running like 30 to 50 miles a week. Feels like oats and honey is amazing because it has such high carbs to help me hit my macro goal so I can train hard. Hopefully I can hit this sub 130 half marathon.
I'd like to think I'm on your mind. I'd like to think we'll be alright. I see your faded eyes, the future, it's heavy on my mind, We've been talking about the situation, talking slowly. We didn't figure it out, we've been learning, rolling with all the motions going quickly. We give routine a heart attack.
Lift went pretty solid. It's kind of hard to lift on the weekends because I'm not really focused because a lot of the times I stay up pretty late the night before. So it was an okay lift. Not great, not terrible. But just like lifting, you have to progressive overload your training as in running. Right now, in the beginning of my training, I'm only going to be doing about 30 miles a week and my times are going to be a lot slower than they will be 4 or 5 weeks out from my race when I'm hitting peak week, where I'll probably be running about 40 to 50 miles a week and my times will be more like 7 minutes per mile rather than the 8 or 9 minutes per mile I'm running now, because I am progressive overloading over time so I can get faster and faster as the days go on. I'm still going to be lifting probably 4 to 6 times a week depending on where I can fit it in, because I do want to put on muscle in this process, but the main priority is running this half marathon in under an hour and a half, and progressive overloading is such an important part of that. Nice end of the day grub right here. Sweet potato, mushrooms, onions, a little bit of very thin, hard steak. It's not the tastiest steak in the world, I'm not gonna lie, but it's steak. And we got some zucchini too. Right now I'm talking about recovery. Recovery, for me, I am learning to start to prioritize recovery, and a couple months ago, actually probably more like about a year ago, my recovery was non-existent. I wouldn't care about it. It was about do. But now I'm starting to realize that recovery is actually a necessity if I want to hit this goal of a sub hour and a half marathon PR. I take a total of 0 full rest days, but I do take days off running and I take days off lifting. And during my marathon prep, I am still going to be at least running or lifting once a day, depending on the day. Like Mondays and Thursdays, I take off running, and lifting I kind of just sprinkle in throughout the week so I can gain as much muscle as possible. But the overarching goal is the sub 130 half marathon PR. I focus on a couple of different topics for recovery. recovery, I think I aim for about 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. I stretch at least once a day, no matter if I don't run, I do run. And I take rest days because they are just as important as my training itself, because I have to rest to grow. And I'm really gonna need this rest time if I actually want to achieve my half marathon goals, because rest is what allows your body to recover and build up the broken down muscle or fatigue to reset so you could actually get faster in the long run.